Think about the last time an ad really got you. You saw it, maybe it caught your eye, made you a bit curious, and then, well, suddenly you're clicking buy now. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's a common experience.
Today, we're sort of pulling back the curtain on a really fundamental model that explains quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
AI.
Exactly. AIDA is, it's really a cornerstone in marketing.
Mm.
Understanding it, well, it gives you a real insight into why some messages just work.
Okay, AIDA.
Right.
It's an acronym. What does it actually stand for? Let's break it down.
Sure. So AI is attention, or sometimes you hear awareness. Then I is for interest, D for desire, and A for action.
Okay.
It basically lays out the psychological path someone takes, from first hearing about a brand to actually doing something.
So like a mental roadmap,
Yeah.
taking someone from maybe not even knowing a thing exists to actually buying it.
That's a really good way to think about it, yeah. And, it seems simple, but its strength is that it taps into some pretty basic human psychology.
Right.
So what we want to do today is take a deep dive into this model. We'll use some examples from our sources to hopefully make each stage really clear for you.
Fantastic. Let's start at the start then. Attention.
Yeah.
In this crazy busy world, how does anyone even get noticed in the first place?
That's often the biggest hurdle, isn't it? Attention or awareness, it's purely about cutting through all that noise. Just getting on someone's radar, making them stop, even for just a second, and pay attention.
Okay, so how do you do that? What actually makes us pause and, look up?
Well, there are a few common tactics. Those really catchy headlines. Email subject lines like, "You won't believe this deal." Things like that.
Oh.
Visuals are huge, too. A really bright, maybe unusual billboard or a striking image on social media, that can stop you scrolling.
Sure.
Asking an intriguing question can work. Making a bold statement, maybe a surprising statistic, and of course, just being smart about where you show up targeted ads that reach the right audience.
We've definitely all had that experience where an ad just stops you cold. Can you give us some concrete examples from the sources, maybe?
Okay, yeah. So think about like a local coffee shop. Maybe they use a bright neon sign that shouts, "Wake up to free pastries this weekend."
Hard to miss.
Exactly. Or, you're scrolling YouTube and this short, maybe funny or slightly weird video ad pops up. It makes you pause, right? Even just a really stunning travel photo in a sponsored Instagram post. It catches your eye while you're just browsing. The main goal is just to make the audience pause.
Right, that initial interruption.
Yeah.
That mental speed pump.
Huh.
Okay, so you got their attention for a second. What then? How do you hold on to it and move them along?
Okay, so that's the next stage. Interest. Grabbing attention is step one, but now you have to actually keep it.
Right.
You need to give them something relevant, something engaging that makes them think, okay, tell me more.
So it's not just about being loud. It's about having something worthwhile to say once they are listening.
Precisely. This is where you start talking benefits. What's in it for them? Why should they care?
Yep.
That burger billboard example. Maybe it goes from just being a bright color to showing a really juicy burger photo with a line like, "Your hunger ends here." That's starting to suggest a benefit.
Oh, okay.
Or telling a story can be really powerful, like a short video that starts with a problem you can relate to and then hints at their product being the solution.
Right.
Even just giving specific, useful info. Our coffee shop, maybe on their social media, they mention their organic Ethiopian blend that's roasted daily, and they have gluten-free pastries. That appeals to specific interests.
Right, targeting niches.
Exactly. And showing what makes you unique, your unique selling points, that's key to writing that interest.
So the question bubbling up in the audience's mind now is less, what's that?
Yeah.
And more, okay, you got me to look, but why is this actually relevant to me?
Exactly right. And your marketing has to answer that why. So let's think about the examples again. That burger ad showing the burger and saying your hunger ends here, that directly addresses a potential need, a craving.
Yeah.
A YouTube video showing a common frustration, then hinting at the product fix that makes you interested in seeing how it works.
Sure.
An Instagram travel post that doesn't just show a pretty picture, but maybe says something brief about the unique things you can do there. That builds intrigue.
Okay.
Or even just a simple email showing a product, but maybe highlighting a 50% discount. That can definitely spark interest.
Like the value proposition.
Yeah. Or think of a fitness app's TikTok ad, the caption might say. Get personalized workouts and 204/7 coach support.
That speaks directly to what someone looking for fitness help might be interested in.
Okay, I'm following. So we've gone from just noticing something to actually being kind of intrigued. What's next on this AIDA path?
The third stage is desire. This is where things get well, a bit more emotional. You're shifting from, that's interesting, to, wow, I actually want that.
Uh,
The aim is to make them feel like your product or service is really the perfect solution for them, that they'd genuinely be better off with it.
so it's about creating that pull, that feeling of, I need this, not just, oh, that looks nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It often involves making an emotional connection. How do you do that? Well, showing results, proof. Testimonials are great for this. Case studies, before and
That's
after.
social proof.
Right. Think about our burger ad again. Imagine now it adds a little, quote, bubble. Best burger I've ever had. Someone saying that next to a juicy close-up, that builds desire.
Makes you hungry just thinking about it.
Exactly. And appealing to emotions directly. Happiness, relief, maybe aspiration, wanting a better version of yourself. Even fear of missing out, FOMO. Our cafe example, maybe their ad talks about their ethically sourced coffee, the cozy, eco-friendly space, how they support local farmers. That connects on a values level beyond just the coffee itself.
Showing exactly how your product solves their specific pain points is also huge for desire. A video showing how easy it is to use something and showing happy customers getting results.
Seeing is believing.
Absolutely. And creating a sense of scarcity or urgency, like an email saying limited stock available, or that travel post adding a limited time offer, that can really kick desire into high gear.
So is painting a really vivid picture of the after state.
Yeah.
How life improves with your thing.
You got it. It's showing that positive transformation. So let's look at those desire examples again. The burger ad with the customer quote and the close-ups pure sensory appeal makes you imagine tasting it.
Yeah.
A product video showing how simple it is to use, featuring happy customers that tackles potential doubts and shows the positive outcome.
Right.
The travel post with pictures of people clearly having an amazing time, plus that limited time deal that hits aspiration and urgency. An email with glowing reviews and a warning about limited stock classic FOMO trigger. And that fitness app testimonial, someone saying, this app gave me my confidence back. That's a powerful emotional appeal right there.
Okay, wow. I can almost feel the pull myself with these examples. So, right, we've grabbed attention, built interest, stirred up desire. What's the final piece?
The payoff.
The final stage. Action. Simple as that. This is where you tell people exactly what you want them to do next. You've guided them this far. Now you need to make it super clear, super easy for them to, well, act.
Okay, so turning all that interest and desire into something tangible, a click, a call, a purchase. What makes this stage work?
Well, number one is a clear call to action, a CTA. You need those explicit instructions. Buy now, sign up free, learn more, call us today, no guessing allowed.
Be erect.
Absolutely. And then make it easy. If they have to jump through hoops, you'll lose them. Simple checkout, easy form to fill out, reduce the friction.
Makes sense. And sometimes offering a little incentive for acting now can be the final push, order now and get free shipping. Or a coffee shop, click here to claim your free pastry voucher expires in 24 hours.
Right. Remove barriers and maybe add a little sweetener. Can you give us those final action examples from the sources?
Sure. So the burger ad might end with, visit us at address or order online now, maybe with the website and phone number right there. Clear options. A product video ends with a big button, get yours today, and clicking it takes you straight to the product page. Easy.
Yeah.
The travel post could say, click the link in bio to book your dream getaway. Direct instruction within the platform's norms.
Okay.
An email needs that obvious shop now button, probably nice and bright. And our fitness app, the CTA it could be, download today for a 7-day free trial. Combines the action with a benefit, a low-risk trial.
Yeah.
And that coffee shop email we imagined. It ends with, click here to claim your free pastry voucher, but hurry, this offer expires in 24 hours. That's a really clear action tied to urgency.
Perfect. So we've walked through the whole thing. Attention, interest, desire, action, AA. It feels fundamental. But is it still really relevant with everything changing so fast in marketing, digital, AI, all that?
Oh, absolutely. I'd say it's perhaps more relevant. Because while the tools and channels change constantly, social media, programmatic ads, whatever's next, the basic psychology of how people make decisions, that doesn't change nearly as fast.
Interesting point.
AA lasts because it's grounded in that fundamental psychology. It gives marketers, communicators, anyone really, a solid structure, a way to think about crafting messages that connect at each stage of that journey, whether it's an Instagram ad, an email, website copy, even a sales pitch.
Right.
Plus, understanding it gives you a lens to look at why things work or don't work. You can analyze marketing you see or your own efforts across all sorts of platforms using this framework.
That makes total sense. Like the underlying grammar of persuasion almost.
Yeah.
So a takeaway for you listening might be, next time you see an ad or any marketing message, try to spot the AA sages.
Yeah, see if you can map it out.
How do they get your attention? What do they do to build interest? Where do they try to create desire? And crucially, what was the final action they pushed for? And maybe think about how knowing this model could change how you evaluate messages or even how you communicate things yourself,
Yeah.
whether it's at work or just, in everyday life.
It really is a powerful lens. You start seeing it everywhere once you know what to look for. Almost any successful attempt to persuade someone probably uses elements of AIDA, consciously or not.
Well, this has been incredibly illuminating, a really great deep dive into AIDA. Thanks for breaking it down so clearly.
My pleasure. It's a foundational concept, but yeah, it has surprisingly wide relevance.